Daniel checked the time on his phone. 3:17 p.m. He sighed and slipped the phone back into his pocket. The afternoon felt endless. Daniel was sitting on a wooden bench in a small public park near his apartment. The bench was warm from the sun. Tall trees stood quietly around him, their leaves moving slowly in the light wind. Somewhere in the distance, a car horn sounded, then disappeared. Daniel leaned back and closed his eyes. He hadn't planned to be here. That morning, everything had gone wrong. He had woken up late after a short night of sleep. His alarm had rung, but he had pressed snooze one too many times. When he finally stood up, he felt rushed and tired at the same time. In the kitchen, he spilled coffee on his shirt. He changed quickly, but then realized he had missed his bus. He arrived at work late, already annoyed with himself. The day didn't improve. Meetings followed meetings. People talked a lot, but said very little. Emails kept arriving, even while he was answering other emails. By lunchtime, Daniel felt like his brain was full, but his energy was gone. At exactly 2 p.m., his manager canceled the final meeting of the day. "You can leave early," she said. "There's nothing urgent." Daniel nodded and thanked her, but he didn't feel happy. When he stepped outside the office building, he stopped on the sidewalk. The city felt loud and fast. People walked quickly, staring at their phones. Buses came and went. Someone bumped into him and didn't apologize. Daniel didn't want to go home yet, so he walked. He didn't check a map. He didn't choose a direction. He just walked until the noise softened and the buildings became smaller. That's how he ended up in the park. Daniel opened his eyes and looked around again. A woman walked slowly along the path, holding a dog on a red leash. The dog stopped often to smell the ground. The woman didn't rush him. Two teenagers sat on the grass nearby. One was telling a story, using his hands to explain. The other laughed quietly and nodded. An older couple shared a bench near the fountain. They weren't talking. They were simply sitting close to each other, watching the water. No one looked busy. No one looked stressed. Daniel felt his shoulders relax. He reached into his backpack and pulled out a small notebook. He had bought it months ago in a bookstore near his office. At the time, he had imagined filling it with ideas and plans. In reality, it had stayed almost empty. He opened it and found the first clean page. "What am I doing with my time?" he wrote. He stared at the sentence for a long moment. Daniel worked in marketing. He was organized. He was responsible. People trusted him. On paper, everything looked fine. But inside, something felt missing. Every day felt the same. Wake up, rush, work, scroll, sleep. He closed the notebook and rested it on his knee. Nearby, someone cleared his throat. Daniel turned his head and saw a man sitting on the bench next to him. The man looked around 60, maybe older. His hair was gray and his face was calm. He held a book in one hand and a paper cup of coffee in the other. "Nice day," the man said, smiling slightly. Daniel nodded. "Yeah, it really is." They sat in silence for a moment. "I come here almost every afternoon," the man said, "right after lunch." Daniel looked at him. "Every day?" "Almost," the man replied. "It helps me slow down." Daniel thought about that. "I think that's why I came too. I just didn't know it yet." The man chuckled. "That happens." Daniel glanced at the book. "What are you reading?" "A travel book," the man said. "Stories about small towns and quiet places." Have you been to any of them? Daniel asked. The man shook his head. No, probably never will. Daniel looked surprised. Then why read it? The man smiled. Because it reminds me that life isn't only work and routines. Even if I don't travel, my mind can. Daniel nodded slowly. That makes sense, he said. The man returned to his book, and Daniel turned back toward the park. A leaf fell from a tree and landed near his shoe. Daniel watched it for a moment, then gently moved his foot so he wouldn't step on it. When was the last time he had done nothing on purpose? At work, everything had a goal. Every minute needed a reason. Even breaks felt planned. Here, no one expected anything from him. Daniel opened his notebook again and wrote. Slow afternoons are not a waste. He underlined the sentence twice. The sun moved slowly across the sky. The shadows of the trees grew longer. The teenagers on the grass stood up and left. The woman with the dog disappeared down the path. Time was passing, but Daniel didn't feel pressure. After a while, the man beside him closed his book. Well, he said, standing up carefully, it's time for me to go. Dinner waits for no one. Daniel smiled. Thanks for the conversation. The man nodded. Take care, and don't rush. I'll try, Daniel replied. When the man walked away, Daniel stayed. He didn't reach for his phone. He didn't open his messages. He listened. He listened to birds calling to each other. He listened to footsteps on the gravel path. He listened to the wind brushing through the leaves. At 4:10 p.m., Daniel finally stood up. His legs felt stiff, but his mind felt lighter. As he walked toward the park gate, he stopped and looked back. The park looked exactly the same, but he didn't feel the same. On the way home, Daniel walked more slowly than usual. He noticed small things he often ignored. A flower growing between two stones, a child laughing from an open window, the warm light inside a bakery. He stopped and went inside. The smell of bread filled the air. He bought a loaf and thanked the baker. At home, Daniel placed his phone face down on the table. He made tea. He opened a window. He sat in silence. Later that evening, he opened his notebook again. This time, he didn't write a question. He wrote a decision. Make space for slow days. He closed the notebook and leaned back in his chair. Outside, the sky was turning dark. Streetlights began to glow. The city felt calmer now, like it was finally breathing out. For the first time in a long while, Daniel wasn't thinking about tomorrow. He wasn't thinking about work. He wasn't thinking about emails. He was simply enjoying the long afternoon he had already lived. And somehow, that felt like enough. If you enjoyed this story, listen again and try to repeat the sentences. Learning English takes time, but every step counts.